let's talk game picks now. Last week we both went 9-5. We got there in different ways. I know last week you guys didn't even get to hear us make our picks. The differences came. You picked Green Bay. I took Chicago because I'm a fan. You picked Cincinnati. I picked Detroit. Yeah, I know. You picked Cincinnati. I picked Detroit. I picked Baltimore, and you picked the Chargers. We both took Carolina and lost that.
Which we shouldn't have, by the way. But go ahead. Gosh.
No, we should have taken Carolina. They didn't come up.
No. Meaning Carolina was supposed to win the game.
Oh yeah.
We shouldn't have even lost that one.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
And then the other ones that we tied with are Denver. We both, for some reason, picked Denver to beat Vegas. I think it was with all the turmoil that was happening over in Vegas. We didn't think that they were going to win.
Should have won.
Yeah. That was just a bad game by Denver.
It was.
And then Buffalo, they lost that game. And then the one that evened everything up for me, I picked Arizona. You picked Cleveland. And that would do it there. Everything else we got right and picked the same. So 9-5 for both of us. That brings our total season records. You are sitting at 61-33, and I am sitting at 65-29.
That thing is narrowing.
It's not the same at this point from last week because you did close the gap 2 weeks ago.
I got 2. I told you if I can do one game a week, but I got 2 last week. So the week before last.
Got 1.
Got 1 and 2 in that one 2 weeks ago.
Just the 1.
Whatever.
Gap. So we're doing game picks again here for week 7. I need to go back and see who went first. You know what? I'm just going to leave it up to you. You get to go first on this one.
Fine.
Thursday night, Denver is going to be on the road in Cleveland. By the way, got teams that are on a bye week: Buffalo, Dallas, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Chargers, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is going to probably be the least amount of games we see on any weekly basis. I don't think we're ever going to see more than 6 teams go on a bye week at a time.
So maybe week 14.
Nope, that's still only 4.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, this is going to be a rough week for me because I don't have guys from Buffalo. I don't have guys from Dallas or for the Chargers on my fantasy team. So I'm going to be hurting this week, but that is A-okay with me. But again, Denver is going to kick off the week at Cleveland. And who are you picking there?
And my upset special, Denver.
You're taking Denver.
I am taking Denver.
Okay. I'm taking Cleveland, regardless of who the quarterback is. Denver hasn't shown me anything special over the last 3 weeks, or before that, for that matter.
And I respectfully say the opposite. They have shown me quite a bit, considering, and the fact that they're still very competitive and very much in this race right now. You know, considering their personnel, that is a shocking thing. I just have to come around to become a believer of what they're doing with Teddy Bridgewater. Jerry Jeudy goes down, then all of a sudden, and Cortland Sutton finally comes back off an injury from last year. Then they just plug in guys like Tim Patrick.
I do like Tim Patrick quite a bit.
Is it Hamler or Hamler? I can't say it. Yeah,
I think.
It's just these.
By the way,
these odd guys, and they just find ways to get it done.
The line is Cleveland -3 at the time of recording, guys. This is Tuesday.
I said this is my upset special.
Yeah.
It just happens to be the Thursday night game, so it's out the gate. I'm coming with the upset special, but yeah, I'm taking Denver in the upset.
All right, well, I'm taking Cleveland in this game to win that one. Washington is going to kick off against Green Bay to kick off the Sunday games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Green Bay. They're at home. There's not much to say. Washington, I've said it once in this episode already. I'm gonna say it again. Washington's their frauds. So
yeah, I get Green
I'm
Bay
over
as
it.
Well. Yeah.
You get to pick Kansas City versus Tennessee. This is a tough game. Tennessee is coming off of a very hot game where they played a tough Buffalo team and got the win.
Mm-hmm.
Barely.
This is a candidate.
Barely.
That's a candidacy for a loss. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take Kansas City on the win for the
Same
road.
here. I'm taking Kansas. I think
And I
Kansas
don't
City
think it's
is
gonna
going to be a little bit more. I keep saying it every single week, and they never do it. But I do believe Kansas City will clean it up this week and limit the turnovers.
Yeah.
So I think
shall
they're going to
see.
play a good game. The only thing is that hey, Tennessee can just run roughshod over
They
this
could,
Kansas City
or
defense.
they could just disappear.
True.
And, and then all of a sudden that passing game is just gone. Yeah, I understand there's a Derrick Henry and blah blah this and that, but one thing I have not seen happen while Derrick Henry has been on this tear is just been the Derrick Henry show, and the Tennessee is just soaring and winning. That's something I have not seen. So, and they're playing Kansas City. So at the end of the day,
What scares
Derrick
me is
Henry
the fact
does not play defense.
What
And
scares me is the fact that Tennessee scored 34 points on a Buffalo defense, where it's just like, God, just imagine what they can do against Kansas City defense.
Yeah,
So,
but now you got to look at it from the opposite side
Yeah.
of the ball. Tennessee's defense got to face this freaking offense. So I'm not gonna like they face Buffalo's off. They ain't the same type of offense.
Yeah.
Good, great, very good defense, very good offense, very great offense. Take what you want to take, but the point being is they're not the same.
Yeah. All right, but we agree.
But
Take
good
Kansas City in this game.
Definitely.
I get to pick this trash bowl of the week: Atlanta versus Miami. God, what is the line on this?
Why do you got to go to the line? Just pick.
Atlanta's -2 because Atlanta's coming off of a bye, and Atlanta, they suck. Miami sucks. I'm gonna take the damn upset. Miami. I'm taking Miami.
Well, we're gonna go chalk because I just took Miami just on default. Like I don't know who
They're
to
at
pick.
home,
Right? Guess they're at home. I guess that means something. I guess.
You would think. And then you get to pick this easy game here: the Jets versus New England. Don't make this.
Well, I told you
New England is -7.
Told you this guy was on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, if they lose this game, yeah, I got New England.
Immediately fired.
I got New England.
Okay, New England.
But I'm going. The banter is going to really begin for me. Don't let me miss this game. I'll happily miss this one just for the commentary.
Gotcha.
But go ahead.
Now, next game, Carolina is taking on the New York Football Giants. What is the line on this? -3 for Carolina. I was already taking Carolina anyway. Giants suck.
Yeah, I would take. Well, you already know my stance. Didn't even matter. I said it was the Giants, so I have to take the other team. And it's Carolina. There we go. That's my analysis.
Yep. Alrighty then. Carolina.
That was your chance to jump ahead. You both took the Giants.
I don't think
He's
the
like,
Giants
no.
are winning this game by any means. Cincinnati is going to be on the road versus Baltimore. This is going to be a sneaky good game, in my opinion.
This was the game I was chasing with the Pittsburgh thing, and this is where it's going to happen. No, I don't think it's going to be a good. I think, and that's what I'm going to say. I think Baltimore's going to hand Cincinnati their tails to them. Just
really,
yes, because I think because let me be clear, Baltimore is starting to come into their own, and they're that team. Cincinnati is playing great. They are playing good football. That is all wonderful. But now in a head-to-head, no. I am so sorry.
I'm not saying Cincinnati's going to win by any means.
No. And that's what I'm saying. But I don't think it's going to be one of these 24-27 types. Ooh, they held on and and got through it. This ain't gonna be when they played the Vegas in week 1. That type of game. I don't think it's gonna play out like that.
I do think this is going to be a one-possession game.
No, it's okay. We shall see.
The line is Baltimore at home -6.
I don't care about that line. This is
I
Cincinnati.
do believe Cincinnati will play a very tough. Because here's the thing: regardless of Cincinnati's defensive woes, and to be completely honest, Baltimore's defensive woes. I mean, obviously Baltimore's defense showed up last week against the Chargers. More power to them. But at the end of the day, that's the first time we were like, okay, wow, Baltimore, that's a good defensive outing for you all season long. Now, Cincinnati, though, Joe Burrow has been playing out of his mind all season long. Joe Burrow has been sneakily one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
He's that guy drafted
top 10
last
right
year.
now. Yeah, yeah. Which you hoped he turned into until he tore his ACL.
They got torn off.
So with Joe Burrow playing the way that he has been all year long, I think he's going to be not that he's going to be able to go drive for drive with Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's going to be an MVP candidate this year, Joe Burrow. But I do think he's going to. I think this is going to be a statement game for Cincinnati, being that Cincinnati will lose. I'm picking Baltimore, but I do think it's going to be a very close game, and it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last.
Gotcha.
That is my take on the game. I think we both agree we're taking Baltimore this game.
Yes.
But you think it's going to be a blowout. I think this is going to be.
No. I think they're just going to get their tails handed to them. I mean, that's not necessarily saying it's a blowout. I just think they're going to control the game where it's just a minimum. I think it's going to be at least a two score.
I cannot say that Cincinnati's going to be out of it, which I will be perfectly fine if I'm completely wrong about that. But I do think, from what I've seen from Cincinnati's offense specifically, I think that their offense can keep them within a possession.
And what I've seen from these divisions from year after year, when it comes down to these home games, now. And that's fine. If I'm wrong again, 2 for 2, I'm like, oh my God, Cincinnati really is that team without an offensive line. I don't know how they're doing it, but I don't know Chicago, Indianapolis, and I could just name off the teams. Like I don't know how they're doing it, but Seattle, freaking blueprint over here.
Figure it out
because they figured it out. But anyway, taking nothing away from Cincinnati, but I think Baltimore will win. Okay, next game being.
Philadelphia is going to be taking on the Vegas Raiders. I'm picking first on this one.
Good.
What's the line? Vegas -3. Upset special. Philadelphia wins this game.
Nah, I'm staying with my pick, Vegas.
All right.
Not even looking at lines. Just give me
yeah. Detroit is going to be taking on the Rams. Are you taking that upset?
Upset special, not on tap. The Rams.
Okay, agreed. I think we're both on that one.
I understand this is like the last couple weeks, and I need to really get back in there. I got to start swinging for the fence. Well, got to get Detroit. Got to be you this time, but
Oh, I get to pick this game. Chicago versus Tampa Bay.
Oh,
the line is -12.5. Oh, whatever will I do for Tampa Bay? Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Take the points.
Fucking game. I hate
Take the points and take Chicago.
But I will say, and this is what we were talking about fantasy wise.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Justin Fields, you might want to start him this week, only based off of the fact that Tampa has no DBs. Their DB situation is decimated. Granted, they do still have one of the best front sevens in the entire NFL, but if Chicago can put together a game plan of getting the ball out quickly, that front seven will have no chance at catching him.
All right. So in my Superflex league, I'm just going just quick sidebar. I have 3 quarterbacks then. Justin Fields is one of them. I have Carson Wentz, and I also have Teddy Bridgewater because Russell Wilson's on IR. So I have technically 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I would say Carson Wentz and Justin Fields.
Justin Fields ain't seen the light of day until right now, and Teddy Bridgewater has been doing quite well for me with my 5-1 record in my Superflex position.
Carson Wentz and Justin Fields are the 2 that I would pick out of those 3.
Yeah, this is why I am winning. I was just curious. Okay, moving on. Because that will be the only realistic spot where I've actually play him on any of my teams right now.
I'm saying because with me, I'm gonna buy.
No, I was thinking in my terms. Like I'm saying, so if I got Ryan Tannehill and then Justin
obviously
Fields,
Ryan Tannehill.
I know.
I'm talking about if you're starter like me with Dak Prescott. I don't have my starter, and my only other option is Taylor freaking Heineke. I'm going with Justin
Taylor
Fields.
Heineke, what are you talking about?
He's going up against who do we? Green Bay. I'm not playing
Green Bay's defense.
I'm not playing Taylor Heineke on the road. He can't even play well at home.
Then why is he on your bench?
That's why I'm dropping him for Tua to be my backup, so I can trade him to you, so I can get Justin Fields.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, so the line is -12.5. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win the game, but I do think this is going to be closer than people think. I would take Chicago with the points.
Got it. And I will be taking Tampa as well. And if anybody I know we live in a microwave popcorn society. Do remember Tampa Bay did go to Chicago last year and lost. Yeah. By the way, just throwing it out there.
That is the other thing. Tom Brady is going to be a man on a mission to erase that from everybody's memories.
It's already been erased. They erased it 2 weeks after it happened. Yeah, but moving on. Because it's Chicago.
Chicago did it 8 weeks later when they went on a 6-game losing streak.
Exactly. Is that an after story?
All right. And what I did not think this line was going to be that big. By the way, going back a couple of games, some of the biggest lines I've seen all year long. Rams versus Detroit is minus 15.5. Chicago at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is minus 12.5. And this next game, Houston on the road at Arizona. Arizona is minus 17.5 in this game. You get to choose this one.
Arizona minus 17.5.
Yep.
And I get the what? The Indianapolis, San Francisco? Well,
No,
Houston,
you get
Arizona.
to pick this game. Houston, Arizona.
Probably, I'm looking for an upset here, but there's none to be found. Arizona, 100%.
Yeah. I'm taking Arizona, and I'm taking Arizona with the damn points, too.
Exactly. Take all that.
So, because I messed around a couple of weeks ago with Buffalo at Houston, and I was like, I think Houston can keep it tight, keep it close. They get blown out 40-0. Just no chance Houston is going to be even
don't
close.
Don't you remember
in this game.
Houston going into the season? Yeah, that's the same Houston
this
team
is the team
right here. That's the exact same team.
All right, primetime games to wrap up the week. Indianapolis in Sunday Night Football is going to be on the road versus San Francisco. I'm choosing this one. The line is San Francisco minus 3.5. I'm going with another upset, and I'm taking Indianapolis on the road.
I can see where you're going with that one, and that one will make a whole lot of sense as to why I would pick that. But we need differences here, and I'm gonna go with the safe pick. And my first pick was anyway, which is San Francisco. So I'm just in that. I do not know what their situation is right now. So I'm really just shooting.
Is it Trey Lance? Is it Jimmy Garoppolo?
I am taking just as much as a risk as you are right now. So I'm just like, just give me San Francisco.
See, the funny thing is that with these game picks and in fantasy right now, I am playing with house money because I'm just like out. Like right now, like I have no chance I mean, granted, this is not a fantasy show. I just want to put this plug out there. I am literally missing like all of my starters this week. Like, I have but the only person that I have, I think that's starting is DeAndre Hopkins.
That's
right
piss poor planning. That's all that is. Nobody kept telling you
I completely forgot about the fact
team.
that Dallas and Buffalo. That's what I was talking about with scheduling when we were talking on the phone earlier. What scheduling would you put two of the most prolific offenses in the NFL right now on the same bye week? That's just idiotic.
I don't know. When they're in different conferences, I guess it really doesn't even matter.
I guess, but damn, that's brutal for my team.
Yeah, that's rough.
What do I have? 6 guys out?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's too many.
God.
Anything over 3 is just too many.
Yeah, it is a nasty week for me. But like I said, I'm taking Indy. I think that they can definitely make this a very tough game. San Francisco's coming off a bye. They still have questions at the quarterback position. Even if they're going to trot out Trey Lance, has he been able to kind of figure out how to attack this Indy defense? I know he's got 2 weeks of game film to watch now and to look at Indianapolis's defense and see how he wants to attack it. But again, Indianapolis, top 10 defense in the NFL, going up against a rookie quarterback. I think they're going to be able to play very well against him. Carson Wentz has looked great all season long already, even with his injuries. And on top of that, he's been getting better and better over the last few weeks. Yeah. They're attacking very well. And T.Y., even though he does have a little bit of an injury, we don't know if they might sit him. I don't think they will with this game. I think he'll be fine by the time this Sunday Night Football game rolls around. He's back. They still got Pittman. They still got Zach Pascal. Like they've got the weapons to go out there and play. Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack.
Oh, he's a beast right now. I'm saying that to say this. Every time we bring up Indianapolis, every time Indianapolis has been brought up on the airwaves, on podcasts, this is the one thing that is not being mentioned, Jonathan Taylor, for whatever reason. And yeah, he is on 2 of my fantasy teams. And I'm like, he's the greatest thing that people are not talking about right now. And I mean, he is just silently just putting in that work.
Yes, he has been an assassin, and it's coming in the midst of this super saturated backfield with him, Marlon Mack, and Naheem Hines. They are playing fantastic football.
And Jeff Wilkins.
I mean, it's just across the board.
Sees the light of day. But.
Yeah, they continuously are playing better and better football. Early on in the season, it did not translate into wins, but now it is. They've got 2. They're 2-4. they're not too far out of catching. I mean, they're only 2 games back behind Tennessee right now. And Tennessee has been so topsy-turvy.
This would be that statement game for them to make that push. Now, I'm saying that this is apart from the head-to-head. That's what this game really means. You beat the 49ers, you're back in that. You're back in contention. You're back in those talks. You're back in that race.
And it's 100%. And the other thing for me is that Indianapolis, they're more desperate for another win here. They need to start compiling back-to-back wins and the consistency of winning.
Wouldn't be hurting my feelings they beat the 49ers, really. They'll be at the end of the day.
And that's the other flip side to it. San Francisco is desperate for another win, too, especially coming off their bye week. So
they have to see that it's starting to slip, and there's this team called Arizona is here, and the Rams already was here. And so it's, I don't know, it's getting crowded.
Yeah,
it's getting crowded over there.
This is going to be one of the most interesting games to watch this week, and I'm hoping it turns out to be just a great game in general.
Right.
But this is going to be one of the most interesting storylines moving forward. For these are 2 teams right on the fringe of being knocked out, but also right on the fringe of being in the conversation as well. So it's just like, ooh, this is going to be an interesting one to see how things shake out and how these teams respond either way. Right. How this plays out this week for them. So,
got it.
Wrapping up this week, New Orleans is going on the road to Seattle. Seattle gets another primetime game. And I guess they were not planning this with Russell Wilson to be out, but that's the case. Again, Geno Smith is going to be starting for Seattle. Jameis Winston, coming off his bye week, is going to be taking the helm for New Orleans. You get to pick this one first. The line is -5.5 for the New Orleans Saints.
And I got New Orleans.
Interesting. I took Seattle in this game.
Now, I am just completely down on Seattle. They a little too banged up. Again, as we were talking earlier in the earlier takes, I'm questioning everything Pete Carroll's doing at this point. I'm just down on the Seattle all the way around. Even if them being at home, I get it. I don't even like this game as this is not even a solid pick, but if there's ever a time to sit there and you can just go in there and just take a game from them, this would be it right now. Because you've already heard me talk about New Orleans. I never know which team's going to show up from week to week, but I don't like Seattle in this. I just don't. I'm so down on them. I'm like, I don't feel confident picking them even against New Orleans on the road. It's just, I'm good. I'll just take New Orleans. I hope you take Seattle. Like I said, this gets me back into it.
I am taking Seattle.
Oh my God! I'm going to clear it. I'm going to clean. We're going to be tied next week.
How many different ones do we have?
4.
4 different ones? Do you think you can get all 4 of them?
Denver going to beat Cleveland. I'm telling you.
That is not happening.
Philadelphia is not going to beat Vegas.
Yes, they will.
Indianapolis going to try to beat San Francisco.
And
then Seattle, again, like I said, they're not going to show up because they never show up. So, they're not.
They showed up last week.
Man, they're not showing up this week. They better get on with that.
Okay.
0 for 4. They are lock picks. They ain't none of them locks.
Not a single lock. The only lock of the week is the LA is going to beat Detroit.
And Arizona over Houston.
Oh yeah, Arizona over
That's
Houston.
even higher.
Yeah, that's
17 and a half.
17 and a half points. That's insane. And then 15
you know what
and a
that
half
should
on the
mean?
other one.
Automatic win.
Mercy rule before it even starts.
You know what? Nope, line was too high. Sorry. We're not even going to put you out there. Sorry. We want to go. We want to fight. No, it's like the ref in the boxing ring. Fight's over. There's no appeal. You can go appeal later. But trust me, take the L with you in your appeal. You're done.
Oh, God.
It won't happen tonight. So get out of here.
All right. Well,
yeah,
that is going to do it for these. Definitely let us know what you think about the ones we have differences on.
I missed this from last week.
Oh, yeah, this is fun. I think this is going to be this is a nice little short week with the few games that we do have. Only 13 games on the docket this week. But still, these are going to be fun to watch. This is going to be insane. There's no other way to put it. There's some really good games in here. There's some really bad games in here. Really bad teams in here. But still, we're going to have some fun watching all of these games this week. And we're going to have fun talking about it next week. So
watching you, Belichick.
Tune in for that. Belichick, you go show this man. How
much you were not on the hot seat? Okay.
Please beat down the Jets. This team needs to reevaluate their entire franchise. Yeah, but let us know what you guys think down below, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Good night.